not gonna think of the sub. I did actually fix it, Jolo.
I can't help you if you don't play it.
Anyway, so I fixed the issue, I think. So we're gonna see if it actually fixed today, but I think it's fixed. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Okay. I was playing Old Blade of Justice. It's impossible, by the way. You can't do it. Or maybe someone can, but not me. You know what I mean? Like, let me turn on the volume. There's like this one wave at like 30 you can't do. I have no clip. Goodbye. Like, there's this one wave at like 30 that it just like goes into like it goes out of the dual wave we all know and love, and then it's just like this impossible, like, you can't do it sort of situation wave. I'm sorry, I lied about the Naruto thing. I don't remember this scene. I don't know, there's a lot of filler, are you sure? This may have happened. This volume is too loud, and I don't like it. I will amend this now. Well, not now, but like now. Okay. You're going here. It's going alright. Woke up a little bit ago. I'm just chilling. J-Wolf, thank you for the sub. Oh. No, there's no frame perfect in Poltergeist. He's just saying that. Why would Rob Top put a frame perfect coin in a level? It is Friday. Wait, no, it's not. Yeah. I believed you. I don't know the dates anymore. I was like, I guess it's Friday. Crazy. And then my brain was like, wait a second, it was just Friday not that long ago. And then that's when the illusion broke. Rob Top would do that. I don't think he would, though, is the thing. So if you're wondering why I'm streaming again when I just said I wasn't going to stream until I fixed the issue, well, that's because I did, I think. So, what I think the issue was, or what was surmised to be the issue, was that I was having a USB port issue in which not enough power was getting allocated to the ports, and this was causing a few different issues. Like, the reason that this was ever suggested is because I was having problems in other games, too. Like, for example, like, in Minecraft, I haven't played Minecraft in, like, a week because I kept misaiming and I thought it was my fault. Like, and so I thought I'd suffered some sort of nerve damage and I had to go to the doctor because, like, I kept aiming and then it would aim not where I'd placed it, and then I was like, what the hell? Because I'm really, really sure that I aimed it there, but it just never actually went to where I exactly aimed. Well, not never, but just, like, sometimes it wouldn't go exactly where I aimed. Box of Turtles Twitch, thank you for the sub. I was having that issue, and then I was also having a keyboard issue in Celeste where, like, my inputs weren't super accurate all the time, so I was really confused by that. And so I changed. Steven messaged me. He told me to change some settings. And it honestly feels a lot better now. I don't have the same issues as I was having. I think that literally just solved the whole thing, if I'm not mistaken. I don't feel the weird random delay anymore when I play. Ah, I still have that linked. That needs to...
Soft muffin.
No, I'm not that one. Wait, I need to fix this issue. Remove. Yes. Remove. Yes. Okay, there we go. Should be fixed now. The Columbus Zoo is awesome. I don't know how it looks now. The last time I went to the Columbus Zoo was like I don't know if you like live in the area or anything like that, but like the whole Africa wing was like kind of recently added, not super recently, but like that was the last big thing that was added, and that was like huge. But yeah, it's one of the coolest zoos in the world. Illegal Breck, thanks for 100. Yeah, it's really awesome. That's cool that you went there. I really didn't used to live that. I lived like maybe 10 minutes away from that. It was really cool because I went to school in Powell and I lived in Dublin, so in order to get to there, we had to drive past it every day, and it was like all this like residential commercial area stuff, and then all of a sudden you get to this giant block and it's just the zoo. It takes up all this space and it's like this giant area, and then you're back into like Powell right after that pretty much. That's where I went to school. I do want to go back to Dublin for a little bit. I've been thinking about it a lot. Yeah, it's literally got its own water park. It's got its own Pokezak, thanks for the raid. It's got its own like water park and an amusement park. It's got that. I don't know if it still has that giant wooden coaster. That thing hurts, but I like it. But yeah, I've just been thinking about just like going back there and walking around places a lot. Just to do it. Maybe next summer or something. Why am I playing ESFERA? What? What kind of question is that? That's not a question I get asked very often. What does that even mean? Why do we play anything? I don't like that question. Oh, maybe. Well, I said I was gonna give it a few more and then fold. If that's what you were talking about. Man, I don't know what's going on with those two pink orbs today. I don't know why anyone's doing anything. Remember, guys, the only thing that matters is what you decide matters. Don't look for some cosmic purpose, because there is none. What is happening? Dude, come on. If you're gonna insult me, can you at least not call me fat? Like, that's so, like, not true. Like, there's so many creative things you can use to insult me, but fat? I'm a twig. At least be, like, right if you're gonna, like, insult me. Like, come on. Now you're just wasting everyone's time. I'm an asshole? Well, how? Well, okay. Maybe. I mean, that could be true. The thing is, like, you guys don't know. Like, that could be true. But, like, I'm obviously not fat. Like, no, like... That one's just incorrect, objectively, which is the difference. But I could be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I am kind of an asshole, though. Sometimes. I feel bad. Sometimes I just, like, randomly single someone out in stream chat and just harass them for no reason. Well, not, like, no reason, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Look, I'll tell you guys a secret you guys have never known about. When I turn off that camera, I go into my hungry mode, and then I get food. How's that for a secret? Pretty exciting stuff, I know. As soon as I turn off stream, I'm like, ooh, hungry mode time. Let's go get food. And that's the secret I didn't want you guys knowing about. I do indeed eat food. On stream, I'm like, oh, I'm not eating food right now. I would never. And then off stream, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go behind their back and then eat food. Devilish stuff, I know. It's true. Do I just eat and then hibernate until the next stream? Pretty much. I feel like streaming is like the most conscious I am every day. If that makes any sense. Everything else is just like in transit. How many hours of sleep? It's pretty random because I can't fall asleep at a consistent time. But I got like 8 hours last night-ish. I did fix my mouse, but it wasn't the mouse's fault. It was the USB power allocation issue. It was literally, it was like the easiest thing to fix of all time. It took literally 2 minutes. And it was just fixed forever. Yeah, it took me I was literally lying in bed doing nothing for like 6 hours last night, bro. I got to bed at like 2:30 and I fell asleep at like 8:30. But yeah, I'm very happy with this fix. I'm not getting tired of ESFERA. I don't get tired of things. Because I'm stupid. My favorite color other than green is blue. Have any of you guys seen Vivid Abyss in Celeste? It is literally some of the most beautiful color combinations I have ever seen. It makes me want to play it even though I suck at that type of gameplay. That'd be like me trying to play like Scoop in circles. Like, I just can't do it. I'm the same way in Celeste as I am in GD, by the way. I prefer like more traditional levels that are just like longer rather than short bursty stuff. I don't know why that is. But it's just kind of always been that way. But it's a type of game. It's just like text spam. But like a lot of it. You know what I mean? Like a substantial amount of text spam. Let me just do this part. This part likes to not work. It's easy, so I don't know why. I mean, you are what you eat? What? Actually, that's a pretty good reply. No, it's like really hard. I think. I don't know, I did like 2 rooms and I was like, dude, this is not easy for me. I'm the kind of guy that like, well, you know. I'm finally playing the last checkpoint of, not checkpoint, last segment of 9D, by the way, so I'm almost ready to upload that video. I'm glad I played a tone because I learned how to float jump from it, and that is helpful. No, I wouldn't pro banana because if that was real, then other people would be competing at a very large rate. Bricky, thank you for the sub. I've heard Denmark is a really nice place. But if everyone like makes like depressed like movies and stuff like that, but they're all actually super happy all the time somehow, so I don't know. But yeah, if like Charlie made a bounty on it, there'd be too much competition. I get uncomfortable with that level of competition. I don't like competing against others. Yeah, that's awesome. I was very worried me and Nids' like goals were gonna like overlap, but I'm glad he did one thing and I'm doing the other thing, you know what I mean? Thanksgiving is not that hype. I don't know. Like, okay. Look, we all love our family, but oh, I don't like Thanksgiving. I don't like it, especially not if the person has failed college twice. I don't like it. It's not good. Oh my god, I need to stop doing that. That's why I get kind of annoyed when people like look up to me as like a role model. I have failed college 2 times. I am no role model. I'm doing my best to be me, but I'm me and you're you, you know what I mean? Clicking later works. This part is so specific, dude. It's like the most specific part of all time. Wow, that's awesome. I did not know that. Now, Spencer's really cool. I feel kind of bad for him, though. So he's... First of all, he's 6'5", so that's pretty awesome. Second of all, like, he moved to a new school, the same time I did, like, 10th grade, you know what I mean? But instead of me, he's, like, an actual social person, so he made, like, a lot of friends, but all of his friends were seniors, So they left, you know what I mean? And now he's trying to make new friends. But it's harder because he was relating to, like, older people, you know what I mean? But, I mean, he'll find a way. He is a very, very social person. He's very, very good emotional intelligence. He'll be just fine. You know what I mean? We're not, I wouldn't say we're opposites, but we do have a lot of differences. He's a very artistic, like, creative person. But I mean, I think I'm creative too, but like definitely not in the artistic way. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, when this throw goes, whoop, 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 whoop. Spencer's doing what I was doing in 10th grade, which was, I mean, yeah, not in 10th grade, which was everything. Like, he's in the band, he's doing rowing, he's busy all the time. He wakes up at like 5 a.m. and just does stuff until he goes to bed, which I used to be like that, and then I was not like that anymore. Unlike him, I did not adapt. Or maybe it's better to say that I couldn't have. Because, the school I went to was full of druggies. And people I would not want him to be around. So I told my parents not to let him go to that school and send him somewhere else. So they sent him somewhere else, and it looks like that somewhere else is a lot better. So maybe I didn't get that chance, but at least he did. When I finished high school, I already did that. I did that a long time ago. You know how old I am? I am 20 years old. It has been like 3 years now since I finished high school. Yeah, I wish I bummed where he went. I did not change my UFO. This is just my UFO. Get over it. What's even wrong with it? Is there anything wrong with my UFO, chat? I'm gonna go back to school, yeah. It's just complicated. I had to go, I had to get my autism diagnosis, which took an extraordinarily long time. So I missed out on a semester that I would have done otherwise. My parents had nothing to do with it. I'm living on my own money and stuff like that. It's not like they had a choice in the matter. Oh, damn. That's really good that I opened that. I mean, I don't know, the way Like, the way I got diagnosed, I had to go through, like, a million different tests. Like, I had to go to a pre-screening, and then a screening, and then a test, and then a 4-hour test. Which I still don't understand the point of the 4-hour test, because, like, 3 hours of that was, like, a detailed, dedicated IQ test, and the test only went up to 120. Like, isn't the whole point to, like, dude, I don't know, that part pissed me off really bad. Like, wouldn't the whole point of doing that, all that, be, like, to see who has, like the really, really high IQs, because that's a really high indicator of autism, isn't it? And that's, like, the whole thing, but no, it only went up to 120. Yeah, they skill cap me. I'm not playing on a copyable. Dude, I don't know. It's like, yeah, like it's not even the best test for autism, but if you're going to do it, at least do it. You know what I mean? Like, do it. Like, do it. Like, don't just... You know. Like, let's see where we're really at, you know what I mean? Let's get it done, because I haven't taken, like, a serious IQ test until I was, like, 8. I was curious to know if all the jumps you'd actually dropped it. GG Twitter making me dumber than you. Yeah, I was really curious. I was wondering if I actually did suffer some IQ point loss because I haven't read in such a long time. Reading is how you keep your brain active, really. Like, you can do puzzles and stuff like that, and I do lots of puzzles to keep my brain sharp. But reading is really the thing. But I haven't been able to do it because of my eyes. And I don't know, I can never get into audiobooks because I read so much faster than they can talk, you know what I mean? I might put it, yeah. I don't know, but then the pacing of the words sound wrong. Wow. I just did not see that one coming. That death was so bad. Bro. I don't even know if you can die to hitting that green arm too early, but I was still hitting it late for some reason. Yeah. Dude, literally one of my earliest memories ever, but it's like so concrete in like very specific ways that I don't know why. Like, this was a really old memory. My dad was driving driving around Dublin, where I grew up, and we were listening to this audio book on the way back from like literally I don't even know like first grade or something, like something just like ancient. And he was listening to this audio book about like multiple dimensions and like walking through planes of like fractal 8D objects, and there was like an attic in some point in this audiobook or something. And I've been trying ever since to figure out what book he was reading or listening to. And no matter what words I use to describe it, he never knows what I'm trying to say. And it's saddening because I want to read the book about 8D dimensional figures or something. That sounds awesome. I think it was by Neil Gaiman, I think. But that's not enough for me to find it, apparently. What year was this? Like a million years ago. I don't even know how old I was when I was in first grade, because I skipped around grades a million times. That sounds like it might be what it is, because it's called the mythological dimensions. That sounds like what I heard. I don't know why my dad could never remember that, if that's just as simple as what the name is. Doesn't that sound sick though? Dude, even just that name sounds sick. The mythological dimensions. Dude, that has to be it. That so sounds like it's it, dude. Imagine it's just terrible. I don't think any book with that name by that author is terrible. There's no way. I just don't think that's possible. The mythological dimensions, dude. Like, what is that? Yeah, I gotta know now. Damn, I wish I could read it. Reading hurts so bad though, it's not worth. It is just not worth. Now you may be wondering, okay, but what do you do for English class where you have to read? I don't. I just go to Spark Notes. And that's also why my grade in English class is always bad no matter what I do, because I can't read the book required to do well in the class. And I just barely don't care enough to like actually go through an audiobook, because I hate audiobooks. Dude, I had that almost exact same fail a million years ago. Dude, I don't know. 70 Golden was like one of those boring things I've ever played. Because every room is like the exact same difficulty. It's so boring. How do I focus on the screen? I don't really. I mean, like, I do, and, like, as much as I need to, but the way I play is not how everyone else plays anymore. It's shifted a lot. I should get an eye tracker so you guys can see what I'm looking at, because it probably looks insane. That sounds like an insane video idea. How'd I learn to read? Just like everyone else. I didn't have eye problems until I was like 17. Just like any other traditional gifted kid autism thing, I was reading very, very young. I remember when I was like 4 years old, I correctly spelled Pluto. My parents were like, "What? He can't do that, he's 4. And then they thought nothing of it for some reason. Or they did, but they didn't. I don't know. Maybe for the 100 bits. Crixlet. Yeah, I can read chat pretty easily. It's just short little messages. I'm not constantly reading. What even happened to my character? Why did it do that? Hi, Space. Congratulations on Acheron. Is it hard? It's very hard. I don't know why I made that the Discord message for the stream today. I just did. That's what I mean, guys. I put literally zero thought into that. I just start typing. And that's what I typed today, for some reason. Yeah, Cooper Super beat Yada on 60 hertz. LOL. Phone 60 hertz completion.
Ugh. Sitting up time.
Yeah, mobile yacht is really, like, it's got to be out there with the hardest stuff done in the game. Like, that is just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Long levels on mobile are really challenging. Not to mention something with the gameplay of Yada. Yeah, Cold Sweat 120 hertz mobile is also just insane. Dome GD think this up. I put any thoughts into my tweets? Sometimes. I don't think very hard. about that sort of stuff. I just kind of, if I think there's something cool to tweet, I'll do it. Yacht is really hard. Still, I don't care what anyone says. I feel like people today could probably beat like Aurora faster than they can beat Yata. Like, I don't know. Like, just no one knows how to play long levels anymore. No one knows how to do it. No one does it. Has anyone else noticed that? All the cursed carbon copies that come out never play a level over like a minute and a half. I don't know if they can even do it. I don't know, short levels just don't do anything for me. Because it's all supposed to be like, I don't know, for me it's like, just the feeling of being far. And gradually having a build and build over the course of a level. That's kind of why I play. You can't get these feelings in a lot of other things, like, honestly. The feelings I get playing long levels, I don't get playing almost anything else, except for maybe Celeste. Credit where credit's due. You can call me weird. At least don't call me weird and fat, like the other guy. Weird is more subjective, so you get more points than the other guy, I guess. Dude, Freedom Weight is like a max of like 6 CPS. You can do it. Anyone can beat Freedom Weight, like CPS wise. I don't think everyone can beat Freedom Weight though, solely because of like computer limitations. Freedom Weight is boring. It's so boring. It's so boring, dude. Because you just die to stuff that's not your fault over and over again. It's so tiring and not engaging at all. I actually feel really good about my playing today. I wish my eyes didn't hurt so much. 90 progress update. I did final goodbye to the end, which is 15 minutes. I just need to put the other 15 minutes. I think I could probably do it every time. I don't think I'd ever fail that section, unless I was under an incredible nerve. So I just gotta get the first half to work. It's kind of impossible to die in that section unless you died at the beginning of Final Goodbye, which is fair. Because there is some tricky nuances. But other than that, really, not that hard. just really just minimize the amount of things that could go wrong. I think a lot of people don't get consistent and stuff because they're always like wave dashing and the Rage Fan, thank you for the sub, and like hyper dashing and doing stuff like that just to, you know, go faster. But if you don't have to, just don't do it. Because even if you do it 99.9% of the time, as we all do at that level, it's still a risk in some way. Because you will not mess up just jumping and then doing like an upright dash, even if it's slower. You know what I mean? Like you will not mess that up, even if you could potentially not extend a wave dash. It's all about being safe. Yeah. Did you play the new one or the old one? The new one's so much better than the old one. The gray blocks in the old one are ass. I guess I could die in the golden checkpoint too. The first golden checkpoint room is kind of scuffed with the, you have to get really low on the spring. And then there's this one, like a million neutral one that is kind of tricky, but that's the only really two things in the 15-minute run that are really a challenge at all. And under nerves, I don't think I'd fail him. Oh, cool. I did fix the mouse thing. Damn it, dude. I feel so nauseous today. I really wish I didn't. I'm really in the mood to just grind this out, but I literally feel like I'm gonna throw up. It's really annoying. I don't know why, man. Yeah, 5 to Golden's like the third one I did. Oh, okay. Yeah, old one is just not that well made. The last term. Because I think Monica was more like, oh, look, it's possible to get here from this part. I mean, like, look at this. Instead of more like actually making it playable and like good the first time. I'll try not to throw this immediately. No promises though, you know what I mean? Damn it, dude. I did throw it. That click was way too early. The first one. That sucks, dude.
I threw it, bro. Goddamn.
drone indeed. Yeah, these sheds are part in this. Your house is vibrating? Maybe it's an earthquake. Like, just like a moderately minor one. Depending on where you live, that could definitely be the thing. Oh. Yeah, probably not in Texas. No, I'm never gonna play Mini ever again. Sorry, my eyes won't let me. And that one's real. What map do you like more than 90? My thoughts on climate change are so pessimistic, I don't even feel like... Well, I'll share them, but, like, don't think how I think. I literally have given up on the whole thing, because... I feel like the systemic problems that we've built in this country, like how much power corporations have over everything, is nothing that we could ever solve. So it's just not even worth trying. Which is the most terrible view of all time. Don't emulate that. That's just... Until it becomes more profitable to actually save the Earth from climate change, it's never gonna happen. Even if people are literally dying rapidly, so there is no point. They do not care if we live or die. They do not care. They only care if they're making money, so it doesn't even matter. Like, even when it gets really bad, if it's not more profitable, they're not gonna do anything. I don't know, that's someone else's problem, not my problem. I've given up, I don't care. Ferocious Sanctuary Plus is your favorite map? Oh my god. I don't think I've ever played that. It's long-term profitable? They don't care about long-term profitable. These people are going to die. They're like 60, 70, 80 people like that. They don't care. They care now about money, yeah. Dude, don't, like, if you really start digging and like looking at like everything that like companies do and how much they actually like control and stuff like that, it will literally make you sick to your stomach. It's not just live your own life and go for your own goals. My opinion on crypto is the funniest thing that I've ever seen in real life was a sign at Wegmans that said that we only accept like Bitcoin and other electronic banking things if your sub is cold and not hot, which still makes zero sense to me. Like, apparently heating a sandwich up in the goddamn like toaster press or something makes it unavailable to be purchased by Bitcoin. Like, why? But it's a real sign that if I ever see it again, I will take a photo of it for you guys. I swear it's real. And no, I have no idea why. Literally zero. I don't even have the beginning of an inkling as to why that would ever be the case. I don't remember. My first stream was sometime in 2017, like early-ish 2017. I don't remember what I was streaming. Maybe Elite Z Rebirth. Hi, Maya. And crypto users don't get hot subs, apparently. Yeah, I beat Elite Z Rebirth with my brother. It was on the list for a while, and then they changed the rules so you couldn't do that, and my record got removed. I think they should have kept it. Yeah, crypto users neither get bitches nor hot sandwiches, apparently. For whatever reason. I agree. 8% blood bath completion should have gotten like 8 times the list points just because of how impressive it was. No, but I don't know. Back then it was different. It was like 30 on the list or something. Like right next to like Cataclysm. If I retire as can you bitch Eli? That would be impossible. Because of me. I think. I don't know how my brother did the straight play, actually. I can't believe Tech uploaded a conical depression video, actually. I don't know if I'm gonna keep playing today. I feel so nauseous, man. I know it's kind of like a lame excuse to stop playing, but like, goddamn. I don't know why I feel so like crummy today. But I'm just trying to like understand why I'm nauseous. Like normally I'm not nauseous midday, and I've been drinking plenty of water. So I don't know. I really don't know. Nah, no runs really. I do feel a lot better about my gameplay though. I'll say that much. But I feel really bad today for some reason. Like just in general. Changing seasons does mess me up a lot. So. Oh, that's really good.
Ugh, I don't know, man.
I mean, we can play something else if you guys want to. But maybe GD should, maybe we should do something else. Yeah, I explained it, chat. I could play Vivid Abyss, maybe. I kind of want to play it. No cap, but I'm bad. I'm not playing marbles. I don't have the energy. I want to play in marbles when I'm like feeling my 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, marbles is most fun when I'm like really like energetic. And I'm not. because I don't feel well. But it's, you know, makes sense, I think, all in all. It is Celestia. Yeah, it was. It's gone forever now. I don't really know what you guys want. I'm confused. Am I gonna golden it? Just play it. I can't golden that. That's impossible. That'd be like the hardest golden ever if I golden that, I think. Nah, first chest stream I want to do, I want to be energized. If I golden that, it'd be insane. Alright, yeah, let's transition to something else. I'm sorry, guys. I am just really nauseous today for some reason. Dude, I don't know. I feel fine, though, otherwise, but I just don't want to. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, if I golden Vivid Abyss, it'd be like 2-0. I'm not playing Uno. Just think, I'm low on energy. Why would I play a game like Uno? What's going on is we're gonna chill and play some other game. I'm thinking Celeste, because someone said Hypixel would crash 3 times or something. So we might as well. I think we'll have Vivid Abyss. I'll start it over for you guys. I only did like 2 rooms because I was testing stuff. This is the kind of map you cheat to play, by the way. Just so no one gets mad at me. Like, this isn't the kind of map you just, like, full read the whole time. Because it's text spam, and that's just how it is. No, I'm just gonna look at a video if I don't know what to do. I'm not really a save state guy. I only save state for like golden practice. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna move myself over here. I've not played Dark Moon Ruins. Oh, I have the audio off because I was not. Let's say we should playing 9D. Where am I right now? I don't want to be here. I want to return the map. Don't look at my death count. Don't worry about that. Not important. Now I need to find it. Summit D side modified. How many deaths do I have in Summit D side modified? Let's see. Oh, you can't finish it, so there's no way to know. Wait, there's a way to know probably. Oh my god, 7.8k. That is without save states or cheating though, which is pretty good, I think. It's decent. It's decent. There it is. Dude, I just want to talk about the colors of this map, bro. Like, it's so pretty. Okay, so this one's basically just saying you can hyper off blocks that like that are falling and still get your dash back and all that. Like so. And then this one's just, oh, you just need to actually do it. Right. First playthrough of Farewell is rough. Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed it, to be honest. And then this one's just talking about dream hypers, which you can't do if you demo into the block. We don't need to talk about that. I'm not good at these, which isn't a problem at all for this. Don't worry about it. Is that too late or too early? It feels like Deltarune. It does kind of have that vibe, doesn't it? Oh, really good. Okay. Yeah, it is the Delta in blue, you're right. I don't remember what to do here. It's like some BS. Probably like this. This map is like one of the prettiest maps I've ever seen, like, actually. Okay, that works. What's this one? Oh, right, this. So if you demo, you can get like a hyper. They're called demo hypers. Name kind of. Oh, good. I'm too good, I fear. Does this play on Portal 2? Oh, what do you want from me here, bro? I don't remember this. Well, I can't be very hard if I don't remember it. Yeah, Dream Hyper is like... Dream Hypers destroy me, man. But it's a demo and a hyper. Okay, quick tutorial. So, when you dash... Hold on. What am I doing right now? Where's Celestas? I don't know where you are. This one actually near the bottom. There you are. Hitbox is on. So this is Madeline's hitbox, as you can see here. When you dash, you can see it stays like that. But there's a certain thing you can do. It's called a demo dash, and you can bind a key to it where you like. It's kind of hard to describe, but you can see how my hitbox like it like shrinks there because I'm actually crouching and dashing at the same exact time. And it's a bit more complicated than that, but what you need to know is like it's basically just a normal dash, but your hitbox is shrunk during the dash. And as far as what a hyper is, basically just like when you down right into the ground or just down right at all, you get a speed boost. And it's important to note that every time you do a down right, you actually get like a 25% speed boost. So if you continue that speed, that's what ultras are. You can continue to gain more speed. So basically, it's just as simple as when you down right and then jump, you that speed that you get from that down right, you just jump and it transfers upwards a bit. Instead of being caught by the friction of the ground. Like if I just do one on the ground, you see it's stuck in the ground, so I don't get any. The friction of the ground slows me down eventually. But if I just if I jump early enough, then I get some nice speed off of it. And then basically what a demo hyper is like normally you couldn't do this because you can't hyper in midair without doing a down right. But if you press your demo key, you're gonna do a hyper regardless. So you can basically, if you do a demo here, you're gonna do a hyper without actually having to do a down right, which is pretty cool. Okay, that's basically all you need to know. If you have any other questions, let me know. Okay. Okay, and then this is the first checkpoint. I already don't remember what to do here. I don't know what it wants. Oh, it's this. That's right. Oh. I pull to it. I don't know. This song's pretty fire. For this, like, I don't know. It feels cool for this. Actually, it's probably easier to do a reverse, I'd imagine. Yeah, it's probably easier. This room's pretty cool. And this is the last room I know, and then I gotta learn the rooms. This room is weird. So what I'm doing is I'm basically getting the cloud to I don't know how to describe it. The cloud like does like this little like down bouncing animation thing, and then it goes back up. And if you jump when it's going up, you'll get height from it. this is a mod. This is definitely not vanilla. But you guys are unfortunately about to learn is I'm really bad at this game. But you know what? That's okay. I'm good at a very specific thing in this game. This is chapter 2. After Forsaken City, you gotta do this. This is one of my favorite games, yeah. So why am I not getting any speed off that Ultra, I wonder? I must have been buffering. Kyuki's awesome. Yeah, the Celeste filler arc. Why? Apparently that's the hardest thing of all time to do right now. Yep, can't do it. Can't happen, apparently. The controls still feel very awkward. Well, yeah, it just takes some time. There's a specific name for a hyper, so you do a small hyper and then a full jump at the height of a super and the speed of a hyper at once. I'm trying to imagine that in my head. I don't think so. Yeah, no. Ninja's popping off. Why is it not reversing, man? Like, you just do this. But it's not happening for some reason. I don't know why. The pink clouds go away. The white clouds don't. Oh, well, that was right. I just wasn't near long enough. Yeah, but no one's ever gonna golden D1, D7, so what's your point? Yeah, they do come back, but you're never gonna, you know. I don't really play a lot of casual games because it's not who I am. Oh, I didn't dash through the thing. This is not a segment of 90. This is an entirely different map, thank God. If this was in 90, it would be on Golden Roll. For me. Other people could probably do it. No comp Fortnite, I'm good. Oh, I think I'm not getting my dash back because, I mean, not my dash back. Because I'm landing on the corner of that block. Dude, if I found this in 90, I would cry, dude. Like, this is like this specific checkpoint just pops up. This map is pretty on Golden Rule. I mean, I don't know, maybe if you're like really good. I don't even know what happened to me. Also, I'm still doing the jump before I dash thing now because I just formed a bad habit due to the keyboard delay from before, which is now gone, thankfully, but now I've got to fix my habits a bit. Unfortunate. Yeah, the keyboard mouse issue's finally been resolved. But unfortunately now I'm just wrong in certain things. You're right, the screen should have like, yeah. Dude, that'd be so brutal if the screen just like appeared. You would lose. There's no surviving this. Dude, I'm just not dashing through the thing. I don't get why. No, this is the only... This is as far as I've gotten, Maya. Well, now I'm trying to dash too early and... There we go. Cool. No, that's not enough time to do that. I don't actually know how you get over here. I mean, I guess I could do that. It would work eventually. I just need to see the room, so. Death count when I golden 90 is gonna be. Can you stop that? Okay. Actually, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Except it does because it makes a noise the whole time. Well, not if I go over here. Okay. I don't really know what it wants from me here. Oh, they make it that hard to reach the telescope because it's that kind of map. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what they want from me here. If I get like, if I do like a super that gives me a lot of height and I get my dash back, I could like reverse off that cloud, wall bounce, hit the Kevin. Damn, I want a dash for when I'm done with the Kevin though. Oh, maybe if I get that double dash crystal? No. Even if I did, like... I need a dash back. You know what I mean? Hardest thing I've done in this game is probably like 60 golden, I don't know. And then I need like a lot of speed out of here to do whatever this is. Oh, this just looks impossible. This just looks impossible, bro. Alright. Well, there's only one way to figure it out. Well, there's two ways, but second way is the last resort way. It seems like I can't jump off this cloud. I mean, I could probably just do that, but that's probably not what it wants from me. But I could like demo the tech it taught me earlier. I could probably do it, and that would be what it wants. Yeah, but I don't know how I get the speed off that. Yeah, probably. Like, I can grab the pink crystal, but... Yeah, I do not know. I will be doing copious amounts of cheating, just so we're all clear. So don't be surprised when I do that in a little bit. Could I maybe... No, because I don't have it. I don't have a dash. Yeah, if I had a dash, that'd be it. That'd be the one right there. But doing this is not it, because that dash does not refresh. And that's not enough. What if I could do something on this gray cloud somehow that gets me to like... to the second pink crystal. If I could do that, that'd be pretty huge. But I don't think there's a way. Like, if I could get here, and then like, I don't even know, because then I still have one. Yeah, it does respawn. That can't just be for like no reason. But like, how would I dash into that and then also get back? You know what I mean? I need a lot more speed than that. That's what the Kevin's for. That'd be really good if I can get my dash back. Yeah, because then I could demo reverse. Can I please have my dash back, please? I need it. Dude, if I can get my dash back, that'd be it. I don't really know how to... Well, I need it to be better than that. I wonder if that's actually it. I need to land in the middle, and then... Like the middle of that area and then demo to the right. And then jump out. Is that like, oh my god. Okay, I think I have the right idea, but I'm gonna start looking at a video now because this is where it just becomes stupid if I don't. Well, not like I could still probably. It's just more fun for me right now. Let me see. Oh, this room is this room. This is. Okay, so yeah, you do get back with a dash. Yeah, this is what I was trying to do. Your category is just not GD. Refresh your page, please, instead of just saying stuff. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so a demo hyper. Okay, yeah. I'm glad I looked at a video for that. Okay, I had the right idea though. I had the right idea. That's why I'm looking at a video, by the way, chat, because that's just like I could figure that on my own eventually, but it's like, why? That's just this map is very long. I just want to get through like one checkpoint today, maybe. Oh, I think I need to just do a normal super. Yeah, I do. Okay, we're getting him. Okay, I gotta do a higher jump. But yeah, I've always been really bad at like stuff like this. I want to like actually kind of get good at it, just to be good at it. You know what I mean? Just so I'm not like a one trick. But you know. Ah, I needed to dash inside of the thing. Progress there. Yeah, I was the same way. I didn't really get the difference between a super and a hyper for a long time. I was just like, it makes you go fast and high up, so I don't really see the point in differentiating them. But that was when I was like, I didn't know anything. You know what I mean? That's stupid. Let's do a lower one of those. I think by the way, guys, I think I'm actually gonna like start uploading to my second channel. I think I want to like do it so like I have a bunch of videos like I could upload to it. I think I'm just gonna like maybe like I'll start today or something. I'll just upload a video every day of like random stuff that I've done, mostly in Celeste. Yeah, I have a second channel, but I haven't used it. Yeah, Npesta Mania. I want to rebrand that to like a more like, dude. I like the song for this like vibe. I was wrong with these colors, it's so pretty. I love these colors, bro. Dude! How is he getting that to work? Okay, I'm looking at the video. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Maybe, yeah. I guess he just gets it done. I don't know, like what? I knew that part. I have no idea how. Like what? Like I just did it like he's just that guy, yeah. You're right, I can't do it yet, but then I will be able to. I just don't get the nuance. Like I don't get why it's not happening for me. There we go. Oh, I needed to jump. Well, I know to dash at the far left. Like I understand why I wouldn't I just can't get that. I can't make that a reality. You know what I mean? That's the issue. I'm at. I don't know if I'll ever play Smash on stream. I played Brawl a bit with friends this weekend. It was pretty fun. We played, we were just playing to unlock characters and stuff. I need to do a shorter jump so I'm still in the range of the crystal later. Yeah, this map's cool. I like it this far. Didn't happen. That would never be Chikatsu. Aw. I don't know what I'm doing so wrong, really. I think I just need to wall bounce low, but jump high. If we're being honest. Yeah, I think that's right, but I did it slightly too. I'm playing this because I was too nauseous to play GD. Like, it made me want to throw up today. Okay, I'm looking at the video like really closely. This is way hard. I know it looks really easy, chat, but it's really not for some reason. This wall bounce is such a wow. Like even that is really close though. Like, yeah, I mean like. Yo, what's up, Cheetah? Thanks for the sub. It's still really close. Don't hold grab. What, on the wall bounce? Okay. That was better. When I touched the Kevin? Oh, really? Wait, why? That kind of immediately worked. So I guess Matt knows something. They can grab it instead of dash into it. Oh, I guess that does make sense. It makes sense, Matt. It is a perma grabber issue. I have many of those. I'm really good at having perma grabber issues. Why? I don't know. My slash keybinds are Z to grab, X to jump, C to dash. And then just arrow keys, and I use V to demo. Man, I am not. It's not happening. I probably just need to hit them at literally the exact same frame, I'd imagine. That was not the exact same frame. I did not listen to my own advice. I don't know, man. Oh, I was grabbing. I was like, what went wrong? And then I looked at my character and I was like, ooh, I see it. Oh. It's pretty good. Yeah, his input's not that hard. It feels like he goes faster though. Like when I watch him do it, like, what is that? Like that is a lot of speed. That is a substantially large amount of speed. No input display though, so. Like that's just not enough. Yeah, I do. I don't really know much about like text spam stuff, is why I'm asking. Oh damn. I jump out the thing. Good enough of it. Yeah, I'm cheating. Yeah, so you can't just up dash there and then reverse off that. Oh, okay. Wait, do you have to wall bounce that? Because I don't think I could do that. Mad, I'm cheating like an asshole because I don't know. It's more fun on tech maps, I think, to cheat. Yeah. It's just more fun for tech maps, I feel like. I'm not dashing fast enough off the Kevin. That's my problem right now. Well, actually, my problem is this, for some reason. That needs to end now. See, that's the funny part with, like, tech spam. Just sometimes there's, like, 5 attempts you literally can't do anything anymore for, like, a brief moment of time. Like, you can't. Nothing is possible anymore. That was, I don't know why I didn't see that one come. For some reason, like, nothing bad could happen to me if I just dash later, right, guys? And then it hit me. Yeah, suddenly it's like, no one could ever do this. I don't think these are possible inputs, guys. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, and now I can do it again. Remember. Man, I swear I'm hitting them as like literally as close together as I possibly can. Maybe I just literally hit them at the same time and just pray. But that's how you get bad habits. Because if you dash before you jump, you're owned. You know what I mean? And that's how I messed up back boost, which was not a pleasant time for me in my memory. Wait, it's just reverse hyper. Don't go for another dash after that like I tried to do. Don't jump under the Kevin, just dash. I don't think that works. I think you have to jump. But I don't really know anything about that, to be honest with you. Yeah, you have to jump. Without it, it will not happen. Why'd I do what I've done? Mystery at all. Yeah, you defo need to jump. Ah, yes. That's pretty good. Oh, damn, you really gotta, like... How fast does he do that? Reverse. Oh, he gets, like... He does it, like, the world's smallest jump, I think. I don't think this one works. Yeah. Actually, if I made it there, I was just gonna do a normal hyper. Not really a big point reversing that, I feel like. Why don't I tried to dash again? Even though that would have just killed me. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Worst jump ever. Ooh, now we're moving. I was moving too hard. Man, I don't know how you get your dash back, because I feel like my problem is like I'm too high up, even though I'm jumping earlier than I would ever get my dash back. Like, wait a second. It's not a reverse hyper, it's a reverse, like, you like demo reverse, probably. That's probably why it happens the way it's happening on the screen here. If I had to guess. Yeah, it's probably a reverse demo seems much more realistic than... I'm gonna try that. I don't know why I just didn't jump. Did it get this game actually isn't as hard as you think it is? Yeah, definitely. I just needed to actually get my dash back. That's absolutely it. The room is going to die. But yeah, this game's actually pretty easy to get into. It's pretty accessible. It's one of those sort of like easy to learn, hard to master things. Like, yeah, I don't really know why it changes your jump like that. I've never really known that, I guess, but I've never really done that much work with clouds, so I wouldn't really know. Well, I'm pretty skilled at this game, to be honest with you. Just not really. I don't really play stuff like this, but I would say I'm extremely good at the overall game. That's because I have 950 hours in it. No, I've never speed run. And now I'm messing up all my inputs. It happens sometimes. When I'm learning something for the first time, sometimes I just get like input dyslexia and just start vomiting random inputs. I don't know why. Nice, okay. Anything up here? Yes. There's something up here. Muscle memory soup. Alright. What? The other stuff wasn't Grandmaster gameplay? I disagree. What do you want from me here? What input could I possibly do to get this to happen? I don't think it's possible to... Okay, instantly cheating on this one. I just don't think I know the tech required. Let's see what it is. And how do you do this? Exactly. What was that input, bro? It's like a left dash, right dash. Okay, maybe I can do that. Okay, it's actually not hard at all. What? Wait, I need a dash. Am I stupid? Maybe. Yes, okay. That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad, guys. And we leave. Okay. What's the deal with this? Jump around, hyper, up, right dash, ultra, up dash. I don't know what to do here. Maybe jump, reverse demo, hyper. Or not, I'm not sure. Actually, what comes first is me pissing. That's what comes first. That's the true first step. LOL. It's okay. I mean, Vivid Abyss is too hard for me, so I'm. That's why you play it. You know what I mean? That's how you improve it, that sort of stuff. Anyway, where were we? Jump, demo, hyper. Maybe we're not 100% sure on that. I might not get enough height. Actually, it might be a super. No, I would like to keep looking, please. And then I don't know what this is. Okay. It looks like... I have no idea. That's what it looks like. I have literally zero idea. We'll figure it out when I get it. Like, I literally could not tell you what is happening over there. I can't... Oh. I was trying to go around the wrong way. Over this dash. Why would you play Strawberry Hunter ever? I mean, maybe that works. Eventually. Thank you for the good luck. Yeah, okay, that works. And then, wait. Wait, I don't have enough dashes for that. I can't make that jump without... I'm pretty sure I couldn't make that jump without... let me see, actually. Well, that's not an ultra, so that's not gonna do it. I'll tell you that right now. $6BG hate account. Dude. That's just not gonna happen. Is that even an ultra at all? I'm looking at the spacing of this. Is that even ultra at all, bro? I'm looking at the video. I already got this key. I don't care about this. Oh, okay. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? See, I'm not thinking outside the box enough. That would do it. Okay, that is that. What do you do here? That, I'm never doing this. Dude, I'm not doing this room. Dude, I'm telling you right now, this room's not happening. I'm not getting to the end of this one, bro. Do you see what the stuff they want you to do in that is? That's not gonna happen. That's not a possible room, bro. Oh, I just had a dash. With no dash. Is this capped at 60? It is. No! This room is consistent. Yeah, maybe if you know it. And you're good at this. I'm not good at this sort of stuff. I'm a vanilla game player. Well, not like an actual one. I play mods, but just like mods that are like... I don't know if I'll get Moon Bear. I've seen the decode area. It looks special. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I traditionally play non-tech spam. I'm pretty decent at it, but I'm really bad at stuff like this. I'm getting like no height off this. I have to like... I'm trying to think, what would give me more height? You gotta dash further to the left. Yeah, and then I need to... downright faster. Okay, almost in there, and then jump and... They're making progress to the part in which I can't do it. Like, I know I can't do it. There's just no way. That was really good, really good. At this game, that one. That was just the worst thing ever. For some reason, I was like, I have to. Yo, what's up, Eric? Dude, if that is what you do, I'm stupid. I'm probably overall better at Celeste than I am in GD. This doesn't help my case, but like, this is kind of an egotistical take, but I'm really, really competent with like non-tech spam gameplay. But I'm just not very, So wait, you do a full height. And then this, wall bounce. I can do this. I can do this part. And then this is just, I can't do that. No, it's not, no. What? So it's not a full height jump? Yeah. Wait, I think it's just a super? Like, what? Yeah. Guys, I think it was just a super this whole time. Was it or was it not? I'm so confused for some reason. I don't know why this has me so like mixed right now. Well, if I can get here, that's close enough. Wait, how does that work? What? Yeah, I love referencing the video every 2 seconds. Okay, you have to avoid the pink crystal. That makes sense. And then you dash into it. Okay, yes. Yes, okay. I can get here, I think. No, I don't want him. So eager to be collected for what? I don't know. I don't like the idea of like 2-player action games that much. Like that are meant to be done by one person. Even though I play many, I don't know. It's just not like. It just seems really annoying. I get how that's like an interesting way to push the skill ceiling, but I just think long levels are better. But I'm kind of a GD purist in a few ways, so. There we go. And then I didn't actually dash into the thing correctly. Abyss is a fun word. You're right. Dude, the reason I'm playing this is so stupid. I just really like these colors. I just think the atmosphere of this map is like unrivaled. Like, it's so cool. And also because I'm sick of being bad at text spam. So I'm doing something about it. Instead of just being like, oh, I'll never be good at it, so there's no point. Aww. I got hella speed off that. And dash into that. Do this. Okay, that was pretty good. That was all right. I did kind of what I was trying to do, and then you dash into that. Bam. I tried to do that, but hopefully. Oh, that might be actually. Let me see. Yes, that. Okay, the reason it didn't work is because he's doing another demo on the cloud, which is getting him lower faster, I think. And then the rest of them actually looks pretty straightforward now that I'm looking at it without like just freaking out. Okay. I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm seeing a way that this screen gets, you know, completed and all that. I can see the way. Whether or not it will actually happen anytime soon, that's a different tale. Yeah, I pressed jump so early. This is in-game music, yeah. Yeah, whenever you enter a room, you're like, there's no way. And then there's a way. And you're just like, oh, there's a way. So this is awesome. That's especially true for, like, text spam maps. Like, when you first look at a text spam and you're like, this cannot happen. Like, there's no set of inputs that will ever get me through this area. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not getting my dash back. Yes, I know what Heart of the Storm is. I silvered it. And it was not fun. I did not like it. Why am I not getting my... Why am I not... It's pretty hard. I don't know how hard this like actually is compared to like other stuff. Probably not like that hard, but I just don't play text spam, so it's like world's hardest set of inputs for me, so. The hardest map I've cleared is 71D. That wasn't that bad. I'm not trying to be, I mean, it's just like, I don't know, the rooms, I mean, there's just a lot of them, you know what I mean? There's just a lot of rooms, but like, there wasn't like an individual room that took like my whole life or anything. Maybe if it didn't have the generous respawn of flag 2, that flag could have taken a longer time, maybe. But it does. The stale bird. Yeah. It's probably way harder for me. Because that's, again, much more like traditional gameplay. Ultra difficult was like the worst silver experience I've ever had in my life, bro. But Heart of the Storm was pretty bad also. Like, it was absurd. I don't know how to get through this stupid, like, I don't know what the setup is for this super. Like, it feels like I can't do a full jump. I'm just kind of like winging it every time, bro. And I don't know, it just feels weird. There's probably a much more consistent way to do it. Yes. I mean, look at it. This color combination is like, dude, I love like the squares in the background. Anyone ever play like Twilight Princess? That's what I loved about the Twilight, is all like the squares floating in the background. This is kind of like, it kind of matches that vibe for me. I don't know. Okay, this is not happening anymore. Let's find out why. I'm gonna really, really analyze this because I don't know what I'm doing so wrong. So let's see. Jump immediately. It's like, no, it's definitely not a full height jump. He's just better, dude. I don't know. I don't think that's a full height jump. Yeah, you're right. I'm still getting a lot of upwards momentum. I don't know. To my brain, this is the best possible color combination. Okay, that works pretty well, except I'm not getting over there. That's the next problem. Oh, I didn't get my dash back. I don't know, I just dumb it into that. I assume if you upright, I mean, if you up left demo, you still can't do yeah. What's up, Zucchini? Like, if you demo into it at all, you can't. You can no longer do it. I ate ice cream last night, so not too jealous or anything. Not too jealous. I think the hardest part for me is the super. Well, that time I got it back, but I just didn't turn around. It's lesser credit points to community Viceman. I did not know he made that many maps. And farther to the right, yeah. I mean, that's kind of like the first thing to try, right? Whenever you're trying to amend one of these like issues. I just did not hit the keys. So it's probably like painful to watch for a lot of you. Yeah, that works.
I just didn't downright fast enough.
Oh. 2.5k to... Wow. 2.5k went to Cloudy Day is insane. There will never ever be another player like Nins, dude. He would, yeah. Let me just review what I do after that gets landed. You slide, dash, jump, upright, downright, dream jump, dash up, reverse, bunny hop, win. I just need to like do that, and then that's how it ends. It's not rocket science. Yeah, Nins is... I mean, it makes sense, right? Like he was so good at every platformer he played, like... Not surprised he came to this game and just started destroying everything. I did the moment I started playing the game, I was just like, oh no, dude, oh no, what is gonna happen next? Yeah, land on the cloud. Let's start there, man. Like, come on. Why don't we start with that objective before we try it? Trying to do, because you actually can't do any attempts if you don't just land on the... Okay, am I a top 20 bridge player? I don't think so. So you can't. That argument doesn't hold much water. But I appreciate the compliment. Land on the cloud. No, you're doing it with too much gung ho, dude. You gotta go a little bit. You know what I mean? Nice. No, you asshole. Well, at least it's like, it's a start. It's a start. It's a start to the right way. Why is it so hard? Yeah, there's a spike on the cloud. Like, I wish I could practice, like, on... I got it, guys. I wish I could, like, practice on that cloud, but I don't like save stating practice rooms. But eventually I may have to do it with how hard the map is. Yeah, give me a possible tip. I don't even think, like... I don't know why a tone got removed from game, but I just heard about this just now when you said it, so I don't know anything about it. Oh yeah, I guess that's true, because then it was 4 right as I want. Yeah, but like it might be easier because then I have more room to dash down, right? I guess it's, yeah. Rip a tone, I guess. Dude, you gotta land on the cloud. You have to do that. Please. I'm not asking for much. Please just land on the cloud, bro. Actually, I am asking for much, but like, when I die that way, it makes it look like I didn't try, even though I did try. Okay, I am really bad right now for some reason. I'm trying to even think, like, I just need to do it later, I think. Like, it's that simple what I'm doing right here. I mean, that's what I mean, Mega Man, in theory, that's what you try to do every time. But your hands don't work like that, or at least mine don't. I don't know, I can do it just fine when I'm not in a cloud, so it has to happen just accidentally one of the times. Brute force attack, yeah. That's how like AI learns at like a rapid rate, right? You just keep trying things until it works. If I was AI, this would be done so fast already. Unfortunately, I was born a mortal man. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm doing that. I swear I'm doing that, dude. It's really annoying that I can't seem to do it when I'm over there. I'm not quite sure why even. The only AI I know is space. That's literally like when he described his learning process, that's literally what it sounded like. Jump up, then you go bam ba bam. I may have to start save stating if I can't do this soon. Because I don't know. I really don't want to save state, but apparently I lack any of the skill required, so I need to cheat in order to get it done for some reason. Yeah, lots of AI do learn that way. I'll watch the video just one more time because I can't seem to get into my thick, stupid skull how to do this. Like, it's really easy. I don't know.
Oh well.
I don't think it's the only way to learn. Like, I don't know how chess AI learns, but I don't think it's that way. I don't use wallpaper engine. It's just weird. Like, I don't understand why why it hasn't happened like once. Like, you would think someone with like my level of experience would have at least just like accidentally inputted the inputs. I don't really know why. That doesn't happen. Like, I don't understand what I'm doing so different. Yeah, I am. Like, like... You would use wallpaper engine, like, I mean, totally the kind of person who uses wallpaper engine. I just, like, I don't know. I'm just confused why it won't happen. I guess that's the problem I'm having. That was just such a bad attempt. Okay, I'm safe stating. I give up. Man. That's so lame, man. Oh, well. Yeah, this safe state sucks. But I don't know. It's just, it feels like I'm just wasting my time because I'm like, it feels like I just intrinsically don't understand something I need to understand about the game. So I'm just like, it's just a genuine waste of time for me to continue trying to figure it out without doing this. Oh, I'm not very good at using save states at all. I don't really know what I'm doing. It's kind of like Fracto, but you're not really supposed to save state. It's kind of frowned upon. But I'm being a little bitch today. That's the worst. Okay, well, it's over now. I'll just jump off this spike here. Okay, well, I gotta reset the room now. Alright, if you guys say so. I don't know, I just feel really bad doing it. Like, regardless of, like, how, like, acceptable it is, I just feel like garbage doing it. Okay, I can probably get used to this eventually. Just kidding. Well, this is impossible to get used to. Wow, dude. What? I'm doing the same thing every time. I'm doing the same thing every single time. Wow. Please stop doing this. Exactly. I just don't look at my desktop that much, I guess. I really want to set it. Dude, I wish my save sync keyboard was an F7. But I'm not fixing that right now. Yeah, chapter 8's ass. This is just not... Yeah, I'm resetting this. Okay. If I really want to do this, I need to change my, my keybind for this. More options. Okay, save state. What should I make this? Numpad 4 might work fine. Well, V is what I use for my demo. Load state, I'll just make this then. No, it's just stupid. I can't do it. I literally can't do it. I can't get my hands to go there. I tried to like, okay, that's not gonna work either. That's definitely not gonna work. There is no way that would ever work like that. Damn it, dude. I have no idea what to do. I literally have no idea what to do. Wait, stop. No, I'm trying to delete it. Stop. There we go. What should I do? Oh, I guess I can just, yeah, you're right. Just pause. It's a good point. I use arrow keys. Yeah, should I? Yeah, there's some people who use WSD. It's not super uncommon or anything. God, safe stating is so annoying. I don't understand how people can just do this. I guess it's just something you get used to. But I hate it. Oh my god, it's so irritating. Okay. There we go. This one will work. Yeah, people use a controller. Very good players actually use a controller. Oh, that almost worked. I used a controller for a while as well, actually. I'm sorry, this is taking me so long, dude. I'm really bad at using save states. Maybe I'll improve over the course of the course of this completion thing, but like, wow, I am so abysmally bad at this. Yeah, Para's crazy. And controllers are very good for casual play, yeah. I need to stop pressing down ever on my keyboard. Except for like the very ending. That might be what's messing me up so bad. Yeah, I mean that's why I've saved right here. Oh, I finally did that input. After 1 million years. I did not beat ESFERA, no. Yeah, I'm trying to demo Hyper. But I'm really just not doing it. However, it's worse since it takes more distance to extend rather than downlifting. Oh, really? Ah, now I did not know that. That might be the issue. I just assumed I like had to. Oh, I still can't do it, so. God, I am so bad at these. I don't know what's so wrong with me. Not pressing right early enough? Really? I'm not getting my dash back, so I don't know how that could be the case. It's gotta be the other way around. Yeah. It was definitely the other way around. What is APM? Actions per minute. Oh. I guess. I don't really know. This isn't that hard. For, like, the majority of the player base, they can do this pretty easily, but I'm just not... I just haven't put a lot of time into this. Skill. You probably refresh your tab. No, this one's real. It's not like GD. Like, most people can do this. I'm not that guy. But I want to be that guy. Or, not really, but I just want to be better at it. Yeah, but like, this is easy. Like, for the map. You know what I mean? Okay. Alright. I'll try my best. Oh my god, dude. I swear to god I did not just do that. There is a Celeste community, that's why this map exists. I was gonna embarrass saying I'm going for like 90 golden when I like can't do stuff like this. Even though they're not related at all and I really shouldn't be embarrassed, it just makes me like... You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just kind of embarrassing for me. But that's why I'm playing it. Yeah, I know. It's just a personal thing. I really don't like to be, unbalanced and stuff. But I'm unbalanced at everything I do, so it's these are kind of, you know, antagonizing forces here, because literally every game I play, I'm extremely unbalanced in one way or another. But I never want to be, it just happens this way, I don't know. Yeah, Badu's crazy. Like, it's the same with Bridge. Like, I really want to be balanced, but I have pretty exceptional game sense, but some of the worst mechanics the game has ever seen. But it's like, why? Like, why? Why can't I just be balanced? I don't know. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, let's say this. There's no lava in here. There's a burp though. Maybe. It's definitely possible. I've never gotten into cooking now. I think I'm too much of a perfectionist. I would always just beat myself up, probably. See what I make. That's why I kind of keep stuff to online video games, because I just get so upset at myself at everything if it's IRL. And I already get upset doing this sort of stuff. Yeah, but for the eating part of the cooking process, exactly. Thanks for the raid X gold. Yeah, no, that's the thing about like playing Core for the first time. You're like, I can't believe this. I have to do more of this. Like, it's just a terrifying thought immediately. I guess my problem is I'm just not skilled enough to know why I die yet. Like, I don't know, every time I fail this cloud thing, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Which is exactly why it continues to happen. And it's also why I generally prefer non-tech spam, because I usually have a pretty concrete idea of what I've done wrong. And with something like this, I just don't know half the time. I don't know, every time I get it, it doesn't feel like that's what's gone wrong. It's like almost every time I get it, I haven't hit right fast enough, so I just like jump out to the left. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I don't understand why I make it when I make it. Yeah, I'm just not a feel-based player. Like, I have to know what I've done wrong in order for me to improve, or I will never do it. Like, literally, I won't. Like, there's a good chance I just don't pass this room until I get extremely lucky, because I don't know what I'm doing wrong at all. Like, I am just not. And that's really annoying to me. But I wanted to get better at it. You're so stupid. Why did I just do that? Mystery. It's like every time I get to the cloud when I'm coming at it without a lot of height, I die. But that can't have anything to do with anything. I really enjoyed Farewell. I must have been like, I don't know, everyone always talks about how much they disliked their first Farewell playthrough. I thought it was like the most blissful, magical, possible thing you could ever experience. It was like awesome. The first time I played Farewell. I was just constantly in a state of like just pure awe at all times. This is what it felt like for me. Honestly, it just feels like this sort of stuff I'll never be good at, like no matter how many hours I put into it, which is kind of sad to think about, but it might just be true. And I'm not calling myself a bad player. I'm just saying, I think stuff like this just may never be easy for me. It's kind of depressing to think about. But as I'm getting older, I'm learning that I have certain strengths and weaknesses. And these strengths and weaknesses will probably never go away. Because it's just true for every single game, so I don't know why it wouldn't continue to be true. You know? I kind of feel like save stating practicing again, but I don't want to, so I won't. What am I doing, man? No! Wow, I'm so bad. Damn it. What a throw. It wasn't that I forgot to jump, I dashed too early. God, wow. I am so bad at this game, it's insane. I don't know what happened to me, man. Like that was just unforgivable what I just did. Yeah, big clock is hours played. It's called the reverse. Oh, pivot so quickly without losing. You can't pivot without losing momentum. Like, I mean, you can technically, but like, you can't chain ultras, like, in that way. I am safe sitting. Let me really try to figure out what's going on now. Like, what is happening and why? Now it's perfect. I mean, yeah, just do that. Damn it, dude. Stop. I don't want to go here. So I have to...
I'm trying to think of all the inputs in my head.
So I have to down right dash, jump, and press right on the same frame. I can't wait a second on the pink cloud. That's not an option. Because it just does this. And then this block just falls. Which ruins everything. Okay, I need to really figure this out. Unfortunately, doing this is not helping. The issue is like... I don't know, I'm really trying to figure out the issue. It's really frustrating that I can't figure it out. That was me trying to do it like really fast, but it's like... I have one idea. You guys do look the same. You guys are matching. Okay, I think I'm just not pressing right fast enough. Maybe. Can right come before the jump? Yes. Man. Maybe not that fast after the jump, though. Also, high aux. Finally, dude. Okay. Oh my god. So embarrassing. Did I miss a room? How do you get here? Or you go like... Oh, I see how you do that. So what's the deal? I'm sorry that took so long, guys. I'm bad. I don't know, man. I just suck ass. What would I have no idea. What is this thing, dude? That must be like a Kevin puzzle or something. Yeah, I think I'm going straight to the walkthrough video too. Screw it. Yeah, I think that's it. That's an instant open right there. What? Dude, I'm glad I did that. Are you kidding me? This was never gonna happen. Are you kidding me? Okay, so... Oh my god, bro. What? 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 Dude, there's no way I can perform those inputs. Holy. I already don't remember what I'm supposed to do. Dude, I don't remember the first... Like, what? Dash up. Get the pink crystal, dash into it. Do that movement. Whatever that is. But how do you get the... Wait, that's not it. That's not a demo. It's just a normal super. It has to be. Okay. Okay. Not bad. How do I do that before the block breaks? I'm in room, I don't know. Room, I should be much further, but I got caught by a thing I didn't understand, so... Straight dash. I gotta hold that. This room isn't hard at all. It's just, I think the difficulty was just like figuring it out, which I instantly skipped because I'm an asshole. But whatever. Yeah, okay. Now I'm here. Don't go there. Oh my god. There's definitely, oh, if I like, I'm trying to figure out what it wants me to do. Jesus. If I had 2 dashes, which, could I have 2 dashes? I could do it that way, I think. Like, eventually, right? Like, eventually that would happen. That's not even, this will happen pretty fast, actually. Well, considering I'm Arrow Ace, you know, you can answer that question for yourself. How else am I even supposed to do it? Down dying into the Kevin that stored delayed ultra. What? I don't know what these words mean. I don't think I've ever done that. Oh no, you're gonna make me do the room again. I guess that's right. And then what do you want me to do here? Probably, we dash down right. I don't actually know. You're supposed to down right. Okay. I guess. I did not know that it did that at all. That's pretty cool. Oh wait, that's the tech from earlier. You just, I probably just jump off of this and then do a hyper, and then wall bounce, grab, jump up, get the crystal, go down maybe. Maybe not, actually. Or maybe I could jump into the dual reverse. No, I don't think I can do that either. I need to do something else. I don't know what something else is, though. I might have to cheat again. I'm kind of using this map as like a way to learn tech that I don't really understand. As well, because I'm not really like... Well, you know. We've had this conversation. Okay, fine. What do you want? Wait. But I was completely right. I just didn't... Yeah, I was literally completely right. I just didn't execute it properly. Okay. That's kind of lame, because I literally had it. I literally had it. Damn it, dude. My brain just short-circuited. Hardest completion in this game? 71D. Not too bad. It's just tedious. I'm pretty sure most people here can do 71D. No, I'm definitely not a top 12 player. I'm really bad at this game. Not like really bad, but like definitely in you know the peak or nothing. I don't know. Like, even when I get 90 gold, then I'm not going to think myself as, like, a top Celeste player, because I can't do stuff like this. You know what I mean? Why did I just do that? Cool. I don't think you can have a top player in a game with such varying skill sets. You know what I mean? Like, maybe if we did have someone that was just genuinely good at everything you can do in the game. But I don't think we're ever going to see a player like that. Unless the Splash decides to get serious. Oh my... Bro. This looks ridiculous. This just looks ridiculous, whatever you do here. How do you do this without a video? Like, what is even happening anywhere? Oh, good. Dude. What do I do? Okay, well, first inputs are this. Probably. No, they're not. You can't do that. Well, actually, it's probably just... I'm overcomplicating it. No, I'm not. Okay, we're just gonna instantly go ahead and jump to the next video. Wait. Oh, you just jump out of the thing. What? Dude. Relax. What is this? Okay. No way! No way. Bro, this is impossible. Okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna save state the hell out of this. We're gonna take it step by step. That's what we're gonna do. It is quite a lot of stuff to do in a row. You notice that too? Shut up, Matt. What do you even do there? What do you even do there, though? It's just a wall, bro. What? Can I please? I'm just bad at reverses, I think, is the issue for me. I think I need to iron out that part of my play. Kevin Warp. I've only done that by accident. Okay. Well, I don't know who this Diamond Splash guy is, but he's an asshole. I know that for a fact. Okay, wait. A dash is being used. Okay, yeah. If I get... Okay, that's what we're gonna get first, then we'll save. But, why am I hitting it? Oh, let me hold grab. That's probably the reason. Well, I forgot to press pause. But it's not too hard. Okay. What? What do you want from me here? It's another cloud thing. Let's see what it wants. It does just want me to do that. But why? Okay, I'm figuring out. The reason I can't do these is like I don't understand the difference between doing a cloud like super on this is still checkpoint 1. Like, what's the difference between like just doing a normal super and like a demo super? Not a demo super, demo hyper cloud reverse thing. Yeah, I gotta. Okay, and then I gotta. That's the. Yeah, it has to be late. Wait. The save state is too slow. You're right. I noticed this just now. There is no way I'll ever. So wait. So how does he handle this issue? Damn, he's so fast with it though. Dude, that part just looks absurd to me. Like that looks like literally just impossible. Like you can't do it. Level impossible. Anyway. Does he fast fall? No. He just doesn't grab. Okay. You do fast fall? Oh. Oh, it's too slow again. Probably. Actually, if I save state right here, I can probably make it. What have I done? Please don't tell me I'll... Okay. No, this is fine, I think. Okay. Oh, that jump's really gonna do it for me there. Thank you for the happy belated birthday from a very long time ago. Now. Okay, I could do this eventually. I can't move my hands to the area it needs to go, dude. And this is the easy part of the thing. Like, I don't even know what this is about. And that's another, oh, it's another hyper. So let's see, you hit this, this, this. Yeah, another reverse hyper. Which, as we all know, I'm very good at doing. And then down right, hyper ultra dash into that jump. That looks like a pretty good place to leave a save state if I ever get there in my life, which may never happen. Yes, it does sound annoying. I must remember to do that. Oh, so that's stupid that it, like... Yeah, no, literally, like, the amount of words used to describe whatever trick this is ridiculous. Also, I'm still in that habit of accidentally pressing my X key for, like, a singular frame. But it's really fun. Nope. You need that block to fall, big guy. Oh my god. Maybe I could set a, like, an earlier checkpoint? I don't know. Okay, this is not bad. I think. Dude, this is not happening ever! What the f- Is this really possible from the stage? Like, it feels like... Oh my god, I made it past the thing. Wow. This is not happening, dude. Yeah, how do you do this without save state? Has anyone? Can you reverse hyper from the first dash onto the block? Oh yeah, actually you can. That's a good point. Hey, why don't I just do that, really? I was thinking he's gonna be like, you can't actually do that because it makes it impossible somehow later, 20 seconds into the thing. Which it probably does. Damn, good job, Megan, you're crazy. Was this one of them? Because it's this. Give me a boom answer, thank you for the sub. This was not one of them? Oh my god. Bro. How? Yes, I need to eat dinner, Matt. Ugh, but this room needs to happen also. These are two conflicting problems. You know what? I don't need to catch up to the Kevin. Doesn't need me. I'm just playing Maddie mostly. Yeah, the 11 PM session is probably going to be true. I'm sorry, Yosh. I cannot. If I make another plan today, I will. Okay, there's only 3. I'm trying so hard, guys. It's just so many inputs I'm bad at specifically. Like, I don't even know how to, like... Well, of course, you asked if I wanted to do something that night. Like, what do you expect? This is my kryptonite. Like, I don't think I could ever do this. Like, OMFG. Ugh. No, not next weekend. I've already made a plan for next weekend. Okay, I made the executive decision to stop here because I'm hungry, and this room will take me 3 hours, and I want to play Celeste with my friend later, so I think this is where it ends. Sorry for the extremely lackluster performance. My reverse game is just so weak, man. I don't know. I really want to improve it, but I hope that I can. I don't know. I'm not fully occupied. I'm fully occupied next weekend. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching my stream. I'm going to return to map now. I'll probably play this again at some point. But God, I'm sorry for the extremely lackluster performance. I would really like to improve this sort of stuff, though. But now is not the time I improve at it. Some other time. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I feel less nauseous, so I can play ESFERA longer. I don't know, playing Genie really sucked today. It felt really bad, so hopefully it feels better tomorrow. See you guys.